Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, missing a voice, but I'm coming to you from reporting on day 4. Oh my gosh, I can't get it together. I went to bed at 4 a.m. So the nights are kind of getting longer and the sleep is getting less, but it is absolutely an incredible event and learning so much. And yesterday was all about relationships, and so that's what I wanted to just bring this quick message to you guys, and definitely let you in on what was kind of going on in the room. But ultimately, it's definitely my favorite day. So back in 2013, when I first attended Date with Destiny, it was this particular day, the relationship day, that really got me over the line in terms of doing what I do today. And it's just because it's so powerful. And really, I had a pretty massive breakthrough yesterday. It was pretty intense. It was pretty incredible, and it was all around relationships. And to give you the backstory first before I go into my breakthrough, so yesterday was really a major part of relationships is having polarity. So, you know, it's our similarities that make for a great friendship, but it is our differences that create the attraction. And ultimately, it's the attraction between masculine and feminine. And so 80% of men are more naturally masculine at their core, and the same thing for women. 80% of women are naturally more feminine at their core. But you know, without going in all the details, I just want to give you a recap, but I will be definitely doing a bit more of a training on this for you guys in some upcoming videos when I'm back in Australia. But yeah, just to give you that overview, you know, masculine energy is all about being a train on the tracks. It's calm, centered, it's directed, it's purposeful. It is, you know, it knows what it wants and goes after it. And on the flip side, feminine energy is really like go with the flow. It's spontaneous. It's really connected by love and energy, and it's excited. It's passionate. It's like kind of like a storm. You know, you never really know what's coming. So that's kind of the difference. Just a quick overview, and ultimately, the play of the differences between the masculine and the feminine energies really creates that spark and that attraction. And when we understand this stuff, we can reignite passion and attraction in our relationships in an instant. It's when we don't understand this stuff, and then ultimately we've got men going around in their feminine energy because, you know, at some point in their life they've been taught that that's what is, you know, going to get them a better result in some way, going to keep them safe in some way. And the same thing for women. We've got a lot of women walking around who are genuinely feminine at their core, but they're walking around with these masculine masks because society, you know, kind of like, you know, it approves of that and encourages that. And ultimately we end up with, you know, I look at masculine and feminine energies as a way of tapping more fully into your authenticity. So just as, you know, the major event that happened yesterday that had me absolutely bawling my eyes out, along with a lot of other women in the room, was Tony took all the men, got to stand up, and he played this clip from Braveheart. You guys probably know it, but it's the scene where Mel Gibson is really, you know, he's really getting the army to, like, you know, they're talking about freedom, you know, and they're all chanting freedom. And all of the men in the room, like Tony just went nuts with this, and all of the men in the room were just screaming out with masculinity, while all of the women in the room just sat down and we just like witnessed this. And I'm not joking, the entire room was vibrating, like physically we could feel it through our bodies. And it was so intense. And it was so amazing. Like, it was like straight after this, there was an exercise in presence. So the man in the room just like found any woman that he could find and, you know, directed this presence deep into her soul. So literally it was like, you know, men just looking directly into a woman's eyes, and just, you know, what was going in their head was like, I want to feel into your soul. I'll protect you. I will love you. I would never hurt you. And so many women in the room, including myself, had absolutely massive breakthroughs. And so I'll share with you guys my breakthrough, which was ultimately about five or so months ago. I ended a relationship. It might be longer than that, 6 months ago or so. I ended a long-term relationship, and at that time I really went into study, like deeper study of love and what that means to me. And I came up with the fact that I really believe that love equals freedom. Like, without freedom, it's not love. And so when I developed that kind of belief, what happened for me over this last few months is I've actually been really kind of battling and really kind of very scared about re-entering a new relationship, because like I'm so worried and concerned about losing my freedom, like, because love became control. I attached control to love, like relationship, and through that experience. And so that's been my big battle. And so I've been really fearful of like allowing a new relationship to come into my life, and I've been kind of really battling that and really trying to work out, can you have both? Can you have both love and freedom simultaneously? And if you can't, I was like, I don't want it, you know? And anyway, the discovery that I made through this experience of watching these men like fully tap into their strength, their core, some of them for the first time, because they're so wired and taught that they needed to operate in their feminine energy, you know, and they thought, you know, a lot of women think that masculine energy is scary. And, but when you really get in a touch with that strength of masculinity, not weak masculinity, which is kind of like power god, egocentric, but ultimately the real core strength of a really strong, mature masculine, there's nothing safer for a feminine woman. And that's what I discovered. So after having this incredible human being do the presence exercise with me, I couldn't help but bawl my eyes out. And straight after that experience, we had to like write about it. And what I really came up with in that moment was that there is no safer place than in the arms, or, you know, in the presence of a true, strong masculine. And that is one of the greatest gifts like any masculine man can give to a feminine woman. And it was truly powerful and absolutely shattered that that limitation that I was experiencing and not knowing how to navigate. And ultimately that was my kind of breakthrough in that moment of relationship. I've had a few, but this one in particular from yesterday really touched my heart. And there was so many amazing interventions with incredible relationships and people who had such love and connection, but they were having so many things that were holding them up. And if you can tap into your core energy of either masculine energy or feminine energy, and you really can bring that in an instant, then you can reignite attraction, passion, all the rest of it, which ultimately in our relationships, in our intimate relationships, that is what makes the difference between a relationship that will stand the test of time and be extraordinary, and passionate and loving, and those that either break up or those that just become roommates. So it's powerful stuff, and definitely was what really got me into what the work that I do right now back in 2013. This is what revolutionized everything for me, and I was really reminded of it yesterday. It was seriously powerful. So that's really the sort of snippet of an incredible day that I really wanted to share with you guys. But definitely want to check in with you guys if you got any questions, comments, any of it. Sorry about my voice. I sound horrible, but I'm really straining, but like pushing through. So I've got Hassani and Andrew and Hosen and Luke. Happy Saturday to you, and Stephen and Nahia and Gabrielle and Marco and Caroline and Andrew. I am currently in West Palm Beach in Florida at Date with Destiny. And John and Leica and Gabrielle sharing all of this is so appreciated. Awesome, Gabrielle. I can't wait to share so much more with you guys in the upcoming, probably in the upcoming couple of weeks. So many insights. There's just too much to deliver to you guys. And I'm running late to day 5 today. So, and I've got Ansa and Sava and, and Matt and Marco, #freedom. I love it. Yes. And Corey and Shane and Hosen. Oh no, I'm not driving. I've got a driver right now. We pulled over. And Andrew, much love to you, and Abina, and thank you, and Sabri and Yasser. Oh, okay. Well, don't listen to me. And Jared, I thought the only thing that mattered was a fat wallet. Seems to be the only thing that works nowadays. You know what, Jared? Absolutely not. You know, if you are a man who thinks that that's what women are after, then I would really encourage you 200% to at some stage get yourself to a date with destiny. I don't know of any other arena where it is taught so simply and powerfully, but you get to actually witness it and experience it, and you will actually see what really counts. You know, from the perspective of a feminine woman, we want your strength, we want your authenticity, we want you to be true to who you are and care about us, and that's just a tiny little snippet. But yeah, absolutely not, Jared. If that's what the women that you're connected with are after, you're with the wrong women. Absolutely. And Shane, you're so welcome. And and Susan, and you're so welcome, Hassani. Thank you so much. And Nancy and Jacob, remember to stay in your own light. Absolutely. And Philippe, much love to you. And Marilyn. Awesome, guys. Well, I'm kind of running late to the event for day 5. We're going to do some transformation around our values that we identified a couple of days back. We're going to completely transform them after we attach them to our new goals. And yeah, can't wait to share more of that with you guys. And Bianca and Joseph, thanks so much for joining me. Hope you catch the recording and get a ton of value. Guys, I am sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I hope it's absolutely amazing and beautiful. And I will get back to you guys tomorrow, and sending you all my love.